Hello, dear ones. I am Eleonora from the channel The Awakening Path. I have a special guest here with us tonight. Her name is Carol Morgan, and she is an alien contactee. Carol, tell us first, welcome to the channel. Thank you for accepting, have this interview with me.
Eleonora, thank you so much for having me.
Carol, how was your spiritual evolution from Catholicism to spirituality? And in a short time, you became a ET contactee.
Well, that is a long story that spans about 4 decades, but to make it pretty short, I was born and raised in Costa Rica, so my native language is actually Spanish. I grew up in a very conservative environment, a beautiful childhood. I don't have any traumas per se to account for, very beautiful life. But I always had something inside of me that told me that I needed to move. I loved anything and everything that had to do with the United States. I loved the American culture. I loved what it stood up, what it stood for, etc. So anyway, to make the long story short, I ended up in the US for college. I came here to study. I moved to Minnesota. But when I moved with everything that I had learned in my country. So although I was looking for something different, I was recreating it here. In my 30s, after a long time of corporate career, that was, I studied business. After a marriage and kids, I came to realize that I was not happy. And I was actually quite miserable. And there was really no reason why I was miserable because I really had it all. If you were looking from the outside in, you would have said, this lady has it all. What is going on? But it wasn't anything I could really pinpoint until I started understanding that I was not in the present moment. I was always looking forward to what else I could have. And I wasn't really understanding what I had created or appreciating it. What happens when you do that is that you come to a moment where everything falls apart. And that's where spirituality came in. Because Catholicism wasn't explaining to me why, if I was a good person, because I knew I had it clear I was a good person, why I was living what I was living. Why was I going through what I was going through? So it left me with a void. And that void was filled up with spirituality. Spirituality goes beyond religion, and as I see it, religion really separates us. Although the basis of religions are the same, love one another, respect one another, this and that, it really separates us, but spirituality brings us together. And that's what happened. I hit rock bottom. Spirituality started giving me hope, and I started understanding that I was not a victim of my reality. And in that change of mind, in that mind training with the Course in Miracles, I met Tina Spalding and started working with her. And working with her is when I became a contactee, as you say, in September 23rd of 2018. I was in Taiwan.